Hello guys, I am very happy to be in front of you today. For last entire month, we have seen various sectorial analysis, and during that sectorial analysis, we have picked our gems. Like we are into a bearish market right now, but once this bearish market settles and we find our bottom, and from those levels, when the market will start being bullish, at that point in time, these are the outperformer stocks are the ones which we are going to buy and hold for our portfolio. Now today, from this day, we are going to start about a new series where we are going to talk about stock picks. So all these outperformer stocks which we have compiled over last 7-8 different episode, sectorial analysis episode, I am going to talk about these individual stock and let's identify current market price of the stock and also the expected targets for these stocks. So we'll not be in a hurry to buy this stock at this particular stage, because right now the scenario is kind of chaotic. Everybody wants to buy the dip, right? And by buying all these dips, I am sure that the investors will left with no money. So primarily our focus will be to analyze a stock, have a set target for it, and then we have to be there, stay put till the target is reached. It might take some time, but after that we will be in a commanding position to enter the market. So this is the whole idea behind this series of stock pick. And the first stock that I have selected for stock pick video is Asian Paint. So it's a monopoly stock, it's a favorite stock of investors, and currently it is going through some phase of retracement or some phase of profit booking, and this phase of profit booking might continue for some time. Now whenever we talk about Asian Paints, the monopoly name comes like it's a synonymous to Asian Paint. Everybody talks about how Asian Paint has built his empire for over 40 years now, and how Asian Paints was the first paint company to get a supercomputer, and they analyzed things very well, they understood customer demands very well, they had a huge network of supply, and basis of that the company is outperforming its peers, and not only peers, it is one of the leading company in the market. So let's go on to the chart, over to the charts. And in Asian Paints, I have a monthly chart in front of me. In the morning, I was going through certain messages, and on the group, I was looking for a message when in the month of October 2021, we were not very bullish on IT and Asian Paints or certain component stocks like Tata Consumer. And there were many stocks where we were not bullish on those stocks. At that point in time, I had shared a specific message about Asian Paints. I'm just sharing a screenshot of that particular message with all of you. So this is my message on Growth Model Prime Group. It was shared on 6th of October, and this message was answer to Vaibhav's query. Vaibhav was asking about Bajaj Finance is right now at a 78% ka retracement. So shall we go ahead and enter into it, or shall we stay put? We shouldn't enter into it that point in time. So I suggested that I also suggest a caution in Asian Paints and also few IT stocks. Now this message is on 6th of October. Let us go and see how Asian Paints has performed from that particular time, and again we will come back to monthly chart to analyze. The day was 6th of October. So 6th October is this day. Okay, so on this day we had this discussion that I don't see a great bullish move in Asian Paints going forward. Asian Paint though made a new high here in the month of January, but currently it is below the prices which were there on 6th of October. So we were sure about this particular scenario that even if a particular stock makes a new high, still it will be an underperformer for quite some time. Now looking at this entire picture right now, we can just confirm that Asian Paints is in a downtrending scenario. If we go back, and this is a monthly chart for Asian Paints. This is where we had suggested that it doesn't look good for Asian Paints. Now on a monthly chart, if we see, we have a top here that has been formed, and then from there this is an intermediate low or a bottom that has been formed, and right now this is the major bottom we can see at 2599. Now how does this trend is actually panning out? On a monthly chart, it is showing us a sign of bearishness. It is not yet a bottom formed or not yet a reversed for a bullish kind of action. So it is still going on into a selling mode. It is still into a selling phase. So right now there is no buy signal in Asian Paints for sure. Now we'll move on to weekly chart. And on this weekly chart, what we can identify is that this is the first leg of the fall, often considered as the part 1, right? So this is 1, then this has been 2, and then we are expecting a 3. If the price crosses comfortably below 2599, so if breaches sub 2600 level, then what should be the target that we are looking for in Asian Paints? Primarily, this 2600 can also give us a fantastic bottom, but this time around I feel that there is more to it. There should be more correction to it. And how do we calculate targets on the basis of that? First, let us understand what this fall is, how much this fall is. So in terms of percentage, from this top to bottom, this fall is about 27% correction, which is already done. And after this, if I plot a Fibonacci tool, Fibonacci target, so all we can see from this low to this high, the retracement is about 61.8%. Okay, so naturally from this 61.8% level, we are seeing a reversal of the trend, and price is steadily falling after that. So this is one level which can give us trend reversal signal. If the market prices go above this, then that will be a trend reversal signal. I don't think that's going to happen pretty soon. Now what are our expectations? How do we see this trend to pan out? From this high, if we are seeing this as a low, first low, and then from this low, the price has gone here, and now I'm expecting something like this. So what will be this target? What target we are looking at over here? For that, again we are going to plot a Fibonacci tool. Now we'll plot Fibonacci tool for target. From this high to the recent low, so by taking this into consideration, our target comes to around 2300 and 2329. This is one level which we are looking at. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a rectangle. This rectangle will be a range which will tell us about what kind of a target we are looking at. So my primarily the target will be 2300 and 2400. If we get Asian Paints in between this range, in my opinion, this will be a good buying level. So this will be the price where I am expecting Asian Paints to be. For let's say some reason, if price does not breach below this particular zone of 2600, then in that case this 2600 will be a stop loss, and one can attempt buying after a daily time frame higher low. Will not look for a bottom fishing thing, will wait for a higher low to get formed, and then and only then will buy. But to the best of my ability, to the best of my analysis, I believe that it should breach this 2600 mark, and it should go to this range between 2400 and 2300. That will be the best buying level for Asian Paints, and from there you can hold on to it for next 5-7 years for the next leg of up move that will keep on giving you much better results, much better targets, much better ROI, what we always expect from an industry leader like Asian Paints, right? So a very short and a crisp analysis that we have seen. The expectation is based on the Fibonacci cycles or Fibonacci targets. So nothing very complicated about it. Price action always tells us what is there in store. So in a similar terms, this is going to happen. Now we are talking about Asian Paints today, but there are many stocks which are in pipeline, which I'm going to cover in coming days. Do let me know in comment which particular stock you want me to analyze and to have an overview about the targets and also the future projections, right? Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.